So I'm gonna record this. Jess, you're on mute. Why are you on mute? Can I unmute you?
I think you muted her.
Okay, I unmuted.
I wasn't able to unmute myself because you muted
that's so
me.
odd. Oh, I didn't know.
I was trying to send you chats saying like, yes, disable the waiting room.
Okay, so Lee, you just muted yourself. Can you unmute it? Shit.
I think you might have muted Lee now.
No, I didn't. I didn't. She did that.
Okay.
You're unmuted. Okay, everyone.
I'm gonna stop touching stuff.
Okay. I want you to be able to talk. You know, I think this is a good thing that we talk to each other. So you should have your space. If you have a yoga mat, I recommend that. A yoga towel wet down where you're going to put your hands. Go ahead. Move this a little bit closer so you can see what I am doing. And
I follow her on Instagram and she see her on that pole. It looks beautiful.
Good. Okay. So the first thing I want you to go ahead to do is to start on your hands and knees. We're going to go ahead and do some cat-cows and some wrist rolls and things like that. You should be able to hear me and you should be able to see me. So child pose.
You see that? You would have put it on before.
Yeah, get so you can see yourself as well in your video camera on the screen. So I'm going with my toes together, my knees slightly apart. I'm going to have my index fingers like little guns pointing to the corners of my yoga mat, stretching it out, and then rocking it forward and back. Find your own tempo with this. Good. Flatten out your hands and go ahead and roll around. So your shoulders are going to draw a circle around your wrist. Do 3 left and 3 right. I'm going to check to see if there's any participants who want to come in. I still don't see anything. It's just us. Okay. Good. So 3 left, 3 right with that. Good. And then we're going to hold a down dog. So when you hold that down dog, again, your index fingers are pointing to the corners of your mat. You can have flat hands. Pretend like you have a ladybug in the center of your palm. Don't squish your ladybug. So when I say flat hands, you're still going to have a little bit of qingjong, what Chinese acrobats or martial arts call well palm. So you have like a suction cup grip on your mat on the floor. So lift up into your down dog, lengthen your back, flatten out your shoulder blades. Nice inhale and exhale. Keep that going, breathing in and out. We'll go for about 5 breaths total. You're going to crouch forward, bend those knees, bring those shoulders in line with your hands. You can come down to your knees if you need to. Good. Roll the shoulder blades up and back and apart, cat-cow a couple times, and we're going to do our down dog again. 5 more breaths right here. So pushing into the balls of the feet, lift the hips high, flatten out the back, press back. All your fingers are flat on the floor. Let your head hang. Look at your belly button and inhale and exhale. Good. Crouch back to the front. Bring the shoulders over your hands. Come on down and open those knees. Child pose. So your child pose should be nice long back. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with some down dog variations. The first variation is going to be a compression exercise. We're actually going to try to draw your rib cage toward your thighs. So it's going to look like this. So go ahead and look at me, okay? So I'm in my down dog position, and I'm not just like stretching my shoulders or hanging out here. I'm actually gonna reach and pull my ribs toward my thighs. So I'm gonna push into the floor and then suck my abs toward my thigh bones. Go ahead and try this. Get into that down dog position. Walk your feet and your hands in a comfortable range of motion. Yeah, and then inhale and exhale as you do this and try to hold that compression, sandwiching your ribs toward your thighs. You're gonna lengthen and expand the spine. Good. Push away from the floor, reaching those hands away from your tailbone. Tailbone's lifting super high. Sucking the rib cage in even more, nice and tight. Abs are engaged. And relax back down. How did you guys feel about that? Did you feel anything?
I feel like I'm far away from my thighs. Like you look really close.
I am too, but I felt it a little more in my shoulders and like the diaphragm area.
Okay, so let's go ahead and try that again. Lee, perhaps walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands. Try that again. You might want to think about bending your legs too, and that might help get your ribs a little bit closer to your thigh bones.
Okay.
So set up that down dog. Yeah, with bent legs, now pull those rib cage toward your thighs. Keep the hips lifting up nice and tall. Drop those heels to the floor. Now keep those thighs touching the ribs and see if you can straighten your legs without letting your rib cage come off the thigh. Yeah, that's a tough one. I know. It's okay. But now you know. You can start with bent legs and you can work on keeping that compression and straightening your legs.
Oh, that's a little better.
Bend those legs, come back to a crouch and child pose. Good. We'll do that one more time. We're going to cat cow a little bit. Let me know what you thought about that. Good. So compression, down dog idea with that compression again. So we're going to set up down dog. Lift the tailbone nice and high. Bend those legs. Suck that rib cage toward your thigh bones. Press away from your floor. Push hard away from the floor. Lengthen the back, lengthen the spine. Once the ribs are touching the thighs, start straightening your legs. Keep the compression. Breathe and hold. Keep breathing. Use your ab wall to keep that sandwich going. Gently coming out of it. Good, and relax.
That's hard.
Okay, so that is what you need to work on with the next couple of variations of down dogs. Down dogs are your very first handstand, so congrats, we're already doing handstands. Even though your feet are touching the floor, most of the weight actually should be engaging through the entire spine, down the arm, and into your hands. So the heel of the hand and all of your fingers are touching. The center palm, not touching at all. Remember, ladybug, don't squish your ladybug, okay? This is bad, this is good. You see the hand? Okay? So we want to make sure that just like the arch of your foot, you have an arch on your foot. You don't want to collapse in your hand like you would have flat feet. That's really bad. You want a little bit of arch support in the middle of the hand. That's going to help you engage and make sure that your ligaments are working properly here. And it's going to set up for proper alignment of the wrists, which in a lot of people, especially as we get older, can actually start to become really lax. And we want to strengthen that and keep that in alignment. Okay, so your next variation of down dog is going to be that idea of compression. So you're reaching that rib cage toward your thighs. Just like Jess, you were saying, you're going to have that mola bandha, that lift, that diaphragm is tight, kind of action through the ab wall. And we're gonna just shift the feet, turning the heels to the right. And then we'll do a couple of breaths of that, and then we'll go ahead and do the same thing, shifting the heels to the left, back to center, and relax, okay? So think about that mind-body connection. Let's set that up. So you have down dog. Lift those hips up. Compression idea, drawing your thighs towards your rib cage. Bend those legs if you have to. Push away. Look at your belly button. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Good, now raise your heels up, turn to the right with the heels. See if you can keep that compression going. Now, if your heels are to the right, you should actually feel a really deep ab wall engagement through the right side of your torso. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah.
I feel something in my obliques.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and bring those heels to the left. So we want to wake up these ab muscles. Suck it in. Feel the ab wall connecting, rib cage to thigh. Left side should be a little bit more engaged than the right side when you turn the heels to the left side. Good. Back to center. To our original down dog position with compression. Your thighs are touching your ribs. Straighten those legs if you can. And relax.
No, I'm not anywhere near touching.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take a break. Okay, give our shoulders, our upper back, and everything a rest. Do some leg overs. So from here, scroll your pelvic booty, pelvic tilt, and knees go to one side. Shoulder blades are down on the floor. Bring it back up. Pelvic tilt, and knees go to the other side. Keep the shoulder blades on the floor. Lift those knees back up with the pelvic tilt at the top. Take your time with that. Go ahead. I'm going to check and see if anyone's in the waiting room. Yeah, I think it's just us. Yeah, it's just us.
Nice small class.
Yeah.
That's how we like it.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, don't forget that little posterior pelvic tilt at the top. So let's go ahead and pause right there at the top. I have whatever arms, like whatever. So turn those thumbs away from your booty. Relax. Shoulder blades are pulling together down and back. And posterior pelvic tilt. So I'm actually going to tilt the hips up and down. Good. Last one, and relax. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back into our down dog variations. Now we're going to get into three-legged dogs. So with that idea, you still want to think about pulling toward right side thigh bone and right side rib cage. Okay, it's just like when you invert on pull, you want to have that same idea of pulling into that top arm, pulling down toward that same side. So it's just the same thing in a mountain climber. If you're in a plank position, you have that posterior pelvic tilt. So I'm not here. My booty is under. Yeah, and I'm pulling mountain climber idea right there. We're going to do that in a down dog, mountain climber idea, but in a down dog position. So find that down dog position, not yet, just watch me, okay? So I have my compression, and I'm gonna suck my thigh into my rib cage. And I'll switch. Okay? It should be a lot easier than a mountain climber. So go ahead, take that down dog position. Take that down dog position. I'm looking at you guys. You have a compression. Good, super easy. And pull in. Right knee, pull, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other side. Left knee, pull, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Great job. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and peep at me real quick. I have a couple pointers. I'm going to do 2 more sets of that. Is that okay?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so tip number 1, make sure you don't rock. Oh, I think someone just joined us, or did I hear someone? Peeping? No, I didn't hear it. Okay. So tip number 1 is going to be don't rock. So see how I'm using the edge here for a guide so you can visually see. I'm going to push my shoulders away from my hands. I'm hitting my down dog position, and don't rock forward to compress. Stay away and compress and push. This is how a handstand invert should feel like. Should be pushing away from the floor with all your might and lifting and compressing your ab wall to lift your booty away from the hands. So go ahead and try that. Yeah, Lee, that was it. Good, other side. Yes, Jeff. Yeah. If you can, and the further you can push away from your hands, with your booty away from your hand line, the even better and intense this exercise is. More intense. Perfect. You can march it a little bit. You can pause and hold it a little bit. Good, and come on down. Relax. Good. Lee, how's your friend doing? I don't see her. So.
Are you doing all right, Terry?
I didn't know she knew I was here.
I told her.
Okay, good.
I don't know if we.
I look like Lee, but a little less flexible.
Can you see both of us if I do?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I forgot there was even somebody else there.
I'm suffering silently.
No, it's all right. Okay. So we wanna have your shoulder blades pulling together to keep that nice long spine, but simultaneously you're drawing, you're sandwiching and collapsing into this position, you know, what we call compression, by using your ab wall. So if you're doing this properly, you're actually sandwiching using the layers on the front of your body as well as the layers in the back of your body to sandwich your spine. And your spine is straight. And the more straight you can get your spine in that down dog, from the tail all the way to your head, and then expressing that line through the arms, the better. That's how you practice handstands and inverts, okay? We're gonna go ahead and add on to this. So your last set of this exercise is to see if you can extend it into your 3-legged dog. So it looks like this. So it's the same exact exercise you just did, okay? So I'm hitting that compression idea. I have my down dog. I'm gonna lift the leg, lift the leg, lift the leg. But see how I'm trying to keep nice and long through my torso? I'm not shifting forward. I'm not hollow body. So go ahead and try that one good attempt on each side, and it should start burning right through your core. It should start burning right here, whichever side is pulling up. Keep it nice and long. Flatten out that. Push away from your hands. Tailbone away. Yes, length and even more. Yeah, very good. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Yeah, you guys look great. Yay, and relax. Good job. Okay, let's stretch out your chest a little bit. You might start feeling a little watered up. So we're gonna go ahead and lay on the floor. You're gonna make goalpost arms. I'm gonna have my right hand on the floor. I'm gonna turn and look away from my right hand. Pull the shoulder blades together. You can arch if you'd like. You can reach back if you'd like with that top foot. Whatever you want. Just try to feel a stretch through that right pectoral muscle. Nice and slow, very ginger, should feel pretty good. And out. Roll to the front, goalpost arms, left hand on the floor, left chest wall on the floor, turn away from that left hand. Good, shoulder blades pull together. Good, so we're on the other side now. If you want to reach for that top leg, you can. Pull the shoulder blades together. Relax your throat. Good, gently coming out of it, back to the front. Good, excellent job, guys. Okay, so let's get into some arching down dogs. So you have a down dog. I'm going to take my right foot, place it in the center. So I'm going from right side of the mat, my left side of the mat, and then I have a center line right here, okay? I'm going to take my right foot, I'm going to place it on the center line of my mat, and I'm going to raise my left leg up, pushing nice and long, arching is fine, and holding for 5 breaths. So 3-legged dog, here you go. So get into your down dog position. Step your right foot to the center line of your mat. Keep your hips square, lift that left leg in the air, 3-legged dog. Some yoga places call it 3-point. If you bring that knee into your forehead real quick, it's like a mountain climber, and return to your 3-point. Lift that left leg up nice and high. Come on back down and open those legs. Hit that down dog position. Step that left foot to your center line. Lift your right leg up into the air, 3-legged dog or 3-point. Arch, arch, arch. Good. Mountain climber, bring that knee up to your chest. Bring it back to your 3-point. And down. And relax. Let's go ahead and do an up dog. So from here, roll the shoulder blades back and down. Lift those kneecaps up off the floor. Lift the heart to the ceiling. Rolling back with those shoulder blades. And relax. Good. Any questions? We're going to do that sequence one more time. He's like, what you guys doing? I'm doing. No. Good. Okay, guys. Let me do it one more time. You ready? I'm just moving this over a little bit so you can see it from a different perspective, maybe. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. So here we go. So find that down dog. Oh, sorry. Take your left foot, place it on the center line of your mat. Draw that right knee in so you have compression. Now arch your back, lift it up to 3-point. Good. Shoulders forward, mountain climber pose. Compression. Back to your 3-point. To your down dog. Step your right foot to your center line. Left leg up, 3-point. Good. Find that compression with that mountain climber. Back to your 3-point. Let's just do the down dog compression. Place it down and relax. Good. Okay. So you should be able to kind of like, you know those postures now. When I'm cueing you, you're like, oh, I know what I'm doing, right? So you just did 3 different handstand variations. How do you feel?
Hot.
And the wrist.
I had to turn air down.
You're sweating? That's good. You're working your
Yeah.
core?
It's hot in here.
Yeah, I have my back door open. Yeah.
This room is a hot room. You know, I think good circulation. It's hot in here.
Okay, are you guys ready to move on to forearm stand, or do you want to do shoulder stands first?
Let's get the forearm stand torture out of the way.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
Forearm stand.
Let's get the forearm stand torture out of the way.
Oh,
I can do those.
okay.
Well,
You have a yoga block? Grab
I'm
your yoga
assuming.
block.
the kind that I can do where I'll just flip that.
I can do a forearm headstand, but I can't do like.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So you can either use like a foam roller or a yoga block, okay? And the very first thing you want to do is make sure that your shoulders are open. So let's go ahead and do a couple of puppy pose stretches. So your puppy pose stretch is going to be booty in the air and your chest down to the floor. And you want to stretch your chest forward as you arch, pulling the shoulder blades together. If things start tingling or if you have problems breathing, just gently slide out of it. So let's hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently slide out. Good. Okay, give me some chicken wing arm circles. If you have a wall, we're going to do the same exact thing at the wall. So watch. I'm going to be at the wall. A corner is the best place to do it, but you could do it against a wall or your pole. Okay, so if you do it at the pole, this is what you're doing. Okay, if you're doing it in the corner, okay.
That's part of the warm up. When I do it on the pole, it's not as intense.
Or you can do it on the wall. Okay. So the goal is to get your chest up, shoulder blades pull back and down. So go ahead and try it. 10 to 20-second hold. See what you can do. Okay. I'm going to go to my corner and do it. Good. Slowly make your way out of that pose. Okay, is everyone okay? Your shoulders feel all right?
Yeah, they're tired.
Okay, so the forearm stand, this is something that you want to focus on lifting with your ab wall. So make sure when you do this, you are not pressing and diving into your shoulders, because if you're dumping all your weight and diving into your shoulders, you actually could injure your shoulder girdle. So we want to avoid that. The goal here is to float upward. It should feel just like your down dog through your core. So we have this, which I like. You can either put your head on it or you can look above it. So you hit that down dog position, and I'm first pushing away. So my forehead is reaching for my yoga mat. If that feels safe, I have no kinks, Rice Krispies in my shoulders, I know that I most likely can start hiking my hip up above my head. So I'm gonna face this way. I think you can see me a little bit better. So I have this. This feels good. I can rock, no problem. If you can do that, great. The next step is start hiking your hips up and then work that compression idea that we did with the down dog. So do a couple sets of this. Hips are up, compression idea with that thigh reaching for your rib cage. Lift, 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 lift. Come out of it if you can't breathe. How you feeling, Jessica, on that one?
I haven't tried it yet. Hold on. My socks are slipping.
No, I don't know if you want to use that as a guide there, that one.
Nice, good. Lee, don't forget you wanna kind of practice that idea we just did with the down dog, where you wanna flatten out your spine. So try to get the roundedness of your upper back out of the picture. Push away, pull the shoulder blades together, and then flatten out your back. It might feel like you're arching, like that puppy pose idea. That's okay. Once you get that idea, then you can start working on marching those legs up for compression. Yeah. We really need to have this engagement of the ab wall and the torso, because that's what you should be feeling more inverted you are. If you're not engaging your ab wall, there's really no need for you to invert, because you're not going to be lifting up out of that shoulder girdle. You'll be dumping into it, and that's how you start ripping your ligaments, which we're not going to do, right? Yeah. So just think about your down dog posture. Nice long flat back, and the closer you are over shoulders over hands or shoulders over elbows, the better. So whether you're doing it on your hands or you're doing it on your forearms, it's the same exact idea. Hiking the hips up over your head and compression through the torso. Relax, let the blood come out of your head. Lay on your back. Let's do some single leg stretches.
Like my shoulders were stopping me.
Yeah, that it could be back strength. A lack of back strength is probably what's going on, not your shoulders being tight. A lot of people kind of confuse lack of back strength with shoulder tightness when it actually is a.
Do you have any tricks for identifying which of those issues it might actually be?
So keep stretching, do your single leg stretch. So if you have great range of motion here,
Yeah, probably don't.
you know, like if someone could pull your arms up over your head and you have great range of motion, you know, but if you try to do it yourself, you know, you have the range of motion, but you don't have the strength to hold that up, then you know it's back strength, okay? But
What's up?
I'm happy because I think mine is mobility.
yeah, mobility.
Yeah, my range of motion is.
Yeah. So you have, if you have your pole, Jessica, you could be doing, you know, hangs on your pole.
To stretch that out.
Let's just stretch that out, you know, and then get to the point where you can start, you know, reaching back, and doing your I, your Y, and your T exercises here on the floor, you know. So once you get that back strength, especially the upper back strength, that opens up a whole new world with being able to really invert. Okay, so forearms, I think let's go ahead and just kick it over to the wall now. Handstand holds, yay? Yeah? You guys are like, eh. Okay. So our first handstand hold is going to just be an L shape or a tuck shape. Let's see if I can move my, I have a super long cord for my video camera. I think I can move it over. But do you have a wall space, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. On. Come on. Okay, so. Yeah. So the very first thing you're gonna do is shoulders over your hands, walk up your wall, engage that nice little lift. So get your belly away from your thighs on this one. And just think hips up. If you can look at your knees, like an upside down chair, that's cool. The goal here is to get your shoulders over your hands, okay? So you're gonna hold for as long as you can, nice smooth breathing. Then we'll go back to our single leg stretch on the floor for our.
Did you ever knees on the wall? If the knees were not on the wall, just to be these. This is about all.
Yeah, you're doing good. Breathe right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Walk it out. Keep your hips up as you walk it out. And your head is the last thing that comes up. Good. Turn over, lay on your back. Single leg stretch. Very nice. Good job, guys. We'll do 2 more sets of that. Okay. So.
We can't see. We can't see you.
Oh, I'm laying down stretching. There we go. So with the single leg stretch, again, if you want to work compression, see how I'm trying to get the thigh to touch the rib cage here? That's the goal eventually.
Hold the
A
leg
lot of your inverts.
and let go and try to keep the leg in the same spot with your abs.
Yes, that's it, Lee. Yeah, Jess. Okay, switch.
You like sucks in the belly, hold the leg in, and let's go.
And it's okay if your knee drifts out toward your shoulder, the outside. That's okay. You know, a lot of people don't have the hip socket flexibility. So depending on your hip socket, you know, you might be able to pull your leg a little bit closer to you if it is out to the side versus if it's toward your center line. So hip socket plays a huge role in this stretch. And then ab wall strength is what keeps that leg in place. So this is, believe it or not, a handstand muscle. You got to start activating this handstand muscle. Upper 2 ab wall, hip flexor muscles. Good. And relax, stretch it out. Okay. Glute bridge. Hands are going to come under your booty. Fingers together. Clasp the hands. Shoulder blades together. Open up the chest. Gently coming out. Are you ready for set 2 of your handstand hold?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, let's
That sounds good.
come on, guys. You got this. So bend over. It's like that down dog idea. Get your booty away from your hands. You're going to look at your belly button, walk up the wall. Look at your knees. Try to get your shoulders over your hands. Good. Now relax your head. Keep breathing. Keep pushing through the floor, lifting those hips away from your hands. Good. Looking down at the floor. Keep the hips up as you walk down the wall. Good. And the head's the last thing that comes up. Yay. Good. Good. Okay, you're gonna booty facing the wall. Legs up. Right leg across the center line with the right leg and pull it in. Keep your hips down on the floor. Relax the shoulder blades, relax the throat.
I had to like wiggle my butt up.
If your hips are on the floor, your back is perfectly straight on the floor. The next step is going to be to cross that left leg down. Still too easy. Take that right foot, which is all the way up, and twist it to the left. Keep the shoulders on the floor. I hope you understand my cueing. Good. Gently bringing it back up to the top, both legs straight up. Good. So your shoulders and your hip bones are on the floor. Legs are straight up. Take that left leg, cross the center line, and bend it. Shoulder blades are flat on the floor. Hips are flat on the floor. Spine is long. If you're there, great. If not, just stay there, okay? But if you have hips on the floor, shoulder blades on the floor, bend your right leg, turn it out. If you feel a stretch, stay here. If you don't, twist to the right. Get your shoulders on the floor. The left hip does lift up when you twist, okay? But the shoulder blades are on the floor. Good. Bring it back to the center. Relax. Okay, that glute bridge that you did on the floor, you're going to do it right here. So press those hips up, 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 up. Look at that. You're doing a shoulder stand now. Yay. Shoulders come together. Really wiggle those shoulder blades together. Roll those shoulders under you even more. Squeeze your glutes, lift up, look at your toes. Your toes should be reaching for the wall. Lengthen those legs, smooth breathing. If this is too easy, go ahead and take it up vertical. You can have one leg in the air or both legs in the air. It's up to you. Good. One leg reach for the wall. Back to both legs on the wall. Glute bridge idea. And roll one vertebra at a time back to the floor.
Why are you doing that?
And relax. Just smooth breathing, soften your eyes. Turn over to your side. We have one last handstand hold. Everyone doing good?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Handstand hold of your choice. Any variation, handstand hold, against the wall, away from the wall, whatever. Going for as long as you can. Holding for as long as you can.
I can wall, and hold it. That's all I have. walking on the.
Yay. Good. So smooth breathing and think about engaging your abdominal wall. So don't reach your leg toward your elbow, but that idea of that mountain climber where you engage your ab wall to reach that leg toward your elbow is the idea you want to do in your handstand. So you have tight abs. Okay, when you're done, you can carry butt to wall, turn around, bring your legs up the wall.
I can't walk myself out like you don't have this.
Yeah, turn around, bring your legs up the wall, good job.
It took like a lot of me doing it just over and over every day to get to where I could walk up the wall. I don't think it's strong.
Good, we'll have one more single leg stretch. So go ahead and pull that right leg to your face. Shoulder blades down and back. So we're gonna hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go, pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms above your head, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Left leg, pull it to your face. Good, so we have a pull, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms above your head.
It's no better, no worse.
Pulse, 2,
Well, that's good though. I mean, yeah.
4, 5. Okay, let's see those pulses.
Clearly, that's not what was originally. Yeah, not that form of the. I think it's more like good morning. Like,
Okay, give your final shoulder stance. Remember, it's just like your glute bridge. You just bring those hips up. You can bring one leg up, other leg up, or both legs up. Go ahead and do it. I'm going to peep at the monitor, see what you guys are doing. You guys look good. Very nice. Make sure you're breathing. Jessica, try to get length through the torso. Try to actually pop the feet away from your
I'm
face.
working on it.
Yeah. So reach the feet back toward the wall.
I'm working on it.
Okay, gently, smoothly come back down, one vertebra at a time out of that glute bridge. Yeah, and relax. Okay, so you guys are all done. Any other stretches you need to do on your own? Any questions?
I have a question. I've been working on handstands for a while, but I don't know if it's a mental or a physical thing, but I've only been able to like kick up once. Like, I think I'm just scared. I've done it once. I like kicked up, you know, with my, I guess my back against the wall. I think some of it maybe just my arms and keeping them real, like, you know, not letting them buckle under me, just keeping them real. I don't know if you have any advice or tips on kicking up into a handstand.
Yeah, so watch me. I really recommend that you, when you were doing your handstand holds, you were facing the wall, you walked up the wall and you faced the wall. I recommend actually holding that for at least a minute on your own. Yeah, you're like, whoa, but no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
that's your very first thing you want to work on.
Okay.
And then your
Okay.
the second thing is going to be that down dog idea. So if
Yeah.
I'm facing the wall, I have the wall behind me, okay, but I'm going to do it so you can see.
Okay. Okay.
So if I'm in this down dog position here, okay, I'm gonna take my right leg to my center line on my mat, lift that left leg up. So we're in that 3-point posture. I'm pushing
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Okay, from here, rock and back,
Yeah.
rock and back. So I'm pole vaulting my hips up and back down. So that 3-point down dog, or another drill would be same idea. Hips
Mm-hmm.
and down.
I've done those. Yeah.
Hips and down.
Yeah,
The goal with that little rock and that jump is just to get your hips over your shoulders,
Right.
your shoulders over.
I
your
did it
hands.
the one time and I was like, I did it, and then I've not been able to do it again. I think I don't know if there's some mental, I've psyched myself out kind of thing, or if,
In my
Right,
handstand
right.
class on Monday, we did something similar to what you just did today, so that last thing. But I think it started to really help me
uh-huh.
because I also don't have a handstand, obviously. But we started sitting here with our
Yeah.
hands by our
Yeah.
hips, and then straighten.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then each time you had to come back to this position.
Okay.
But it
Yes.
started with like that down dog, really compressed.
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah,
push.
those are really good. But again, it's all about that compression idea and
Yeah.
stacking the hips over the shoulders over the hands, which you're not going to get unless you're actually just practicing stacking against the wall for
Okay.
time.
Okay.
So work on getting up to 1 minute hold at the wall,
Okay.
feeling that mula bandha engagement, and then also do the drills. I like Jessica's little drill. That's a
Mhm.
good one, lifting and lowering. I like that a lot. And then rocking and finding where you can feel the stack, and then back down to your down dog, but never actually kicking up to vertical. It's just more like going from that incline position to almost vertical with the hips. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll work on that.
Cool. Don't forget to stretch, so do your goalpost arm and your puppy pose stretches. Your glute bridge with your hands behind you, underneath you as you do your glute bridge.
Mm-hmm.
It's really kind of great to open up your chest wall. If you are feeling like you're getting wadded up through here, you're doing your handstands wrong. I'm just going to flat out tell you, you should be feeling here. When you're sore here, you're working inversions correctly. If you're sore here, you're not doing handstand
Okay.
correctly. Okay,
Okay.
guys? So you should feel it right through your core when you're really engaging things well. Anyway,
Okay.
thanks.
No, that's
Can
helpful.
I share this with everyone? I was thinking of throwing it up on YouTube and
Yeah,
sharing
yeah.
it with Diva.
I don't care.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Have a good day, guys.
Bye.